Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, how are we doing today? My name is Brendan Reviews, and welcome to another episode of Scariest Media. Obviously, I'm a big fan of analog horror. We've looked over the back rooms, found footage, we've looked over Local 58, we've looked over the Mandela catalogs, volume 1 and 2, and eventually I'll get to volume 3 and 4. But, well, there's a bit of a controversy going on in the analog horror space, and that is over a series called The Painter. The Painter is by this channel known as UrbanSpook, and I don't know. I just know there's some drama behind it. All I know is that there's been some criticism thrown his way, he hasn't handled it well, and I wanted to see what the fuss is truly all about. So, I've done a little bit of knowledge. I have gathered a little bit of knowledge. All I know is there's supposed to be 10 episodes to this series. However, there's only, I believe, 7 uploaded right now. So right now I'm going to react to the first 5, and then when the final 5 are completed, I'll react to those too. But I want to see what the fuss is about this series. Like, what makes The Painter so disturbing? So without further ado, this is The Painter by UrbanSpook. Title 1, Analog Horror Faces. Let's fucking see what the hubbub is about. 2 minutes and 43 seconds. Here we go. 3, 2. Warning, the following footage may be disturbing to some audiences. Fucking pussies. 6 months ago, police found 3 paintings stored away in an abandoned storage area, each titled after recent murders. The first victim was Carla Gray, found with 36 stab wounds to the face and all her teeth were removed. On the back of the first painting, the title, Carla's Teeth, was written. She was alive during the stabbing. Her painting is titled Floating Jackie. Ooh, I like that. I do like these drawings so far. These paintings are really good. James was alive for several days without a face. Ooh, I don't like the look of that. Holy shit. More paintings were discovered. Titles of these paintings did not seem to be connected to any known cases at the time. So Wax Doll Tom, Lisa's Secret Face, Hanging Jimmy, Fuck Toy Corey, Daniel After the Fire. Okay, one sec. I want to kind of like go back to some of these. All right, we got Wax Doll Tom. We got Lisa's Secret Face. Fuck Toy Corey. Oh boy, look at that one. That was interesting. I've seen that one pop up on a lot of thumbnails, so I'm assuming this has to be tied into some of the controversy, but we'll just have to see. Daniel After the Fire. Oh, that's fucked up, like a charred corpse. Jennifer's Last Stare, and then Scream, Maggie, Scream. After going public with the case and sharing the paintings in hope of saving anyone that may be depicted, the police received 3 photos in the mail, all of them also titled James Miller, Jackie Graham, and Jimmy. Ugh. Self-portrait. Whoa, what the fuck? Holy shit. Well, that was a good video. That was like, the intro to that was really fucking good. I'm not even gonna deny that. Like, that was a very good start to the series. That was like very like quick to the point, easy, definitely lots of disturbing stuff going along with it. I understand that the artwork is like kind of the main goal so far, and the artwork looks fan-fucking-tastic all across the board. That looks really damn good. But obviously, there's more to this still. So let's move on to the second episode, The Lighthouse. And in Athri Atur Evan. The Lighthouse. 4 weeks ago, a police officer named Bill Collins went missing along with his wife and 2 daughters. Bill had previously discovered this painting in his home, clueless to how it could have ended up there. Now, of course, that's a self-portrait, so police found one of his daughters hanging by... Okay, 2 months old? Long-necked Angel. Youngest daughter found in the... Oh, that's fucked up.
Emotional, damn it!
Oh, that's fucked up. Hadn't been in use for several years. An abstract face was painted in red. Okay. The charred corpse of a missing teenager named Daniel Williams was found, yeah. Police later proceeded into the tunnels under the lighthouse. The sound design is pretty good. I like the sound design. It's just a lot of, like, scary... Oh! Jesus Christ. Okay, so that's our killer right there. They said that's a photo. Jesus Christ, I'm like tensed up. I want to fucking like... I just want to fucking beat the living shit out of somebody. Christ almighty. Those fucking faces, man. That just got to me. Jesus Christ. Anyways, analog horror in the walls. Episode 3 of The Painter. Here we go. Corey Beck, age 11. Margaret Beck, age 11. Beck twin. Their bodies were discovered inside an abandoned paper mill factory. However, the state of the bodies were found in a gruesome condition. Only the upper body of Margaret and the lower body of Corey could be located. The twins had been sewn together in a sloppy manner. Okay. That's fucked up. The rest of their bodies have still not been found. Jesus Christ, that's fucking insane. Margaret's neck and jaw was broken in several places. Clay Brick had violently Oh, Jesus Christ. Fucking down her throat. Oh my god. The word meat had been written on the brick. Corey's genitalia had been removed by pulling force. Wait a minute. Wait. What? I gotta pause that for a minute. Is that the reason why I've been seeing that one painting in all the thumbnails of like videos that like critique this or whatever? Because is Fucktoy Corey this Corey? Corey had been dared by 2 of his friends to spend an hour in a remote cabin near Tiger Lake. I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. Oh, I see. Okay. Went alone, digital camera, friends waited outside. Corey ran out screaming that he had seen a face. Ooh. So is that must be the face of the killer. Wait a minute. So I gotta assume that's Fucktoy Corey. Like the name Fucktoy Corey is this person, Corey Beck. I mean, I get that it's like meant to be disturbing, shocking, messed up, fucked up, but you know, before I even critique this, let's see if there's more to this. Because like there's a chance that, you know, it could mean more than just, you know, it being the kid. But that is pretty messed up. That is pretty sad and disturbing. I gotta be honest, that's leaving a sick feeling in my stomach. I'm not even lying. Like, I feel sick to my stomach right now. All right. Let's just move on from it. All right. Analog horror. The Clue. Sean Kane. Several paintings. Drain pipe up to the 3rd floor and entered Tom's apartment through his bedroom window. Okay. A pile of hardened candle wax was found. Oh, is this like that, Wax Tom one or whatever? Ooh, arms and eyelids. Ooh, I don't like that. I got this guy wanting to join me right now. He literally just hopped up on top of me. Oh, fuck. I didn't like that. I did not like that dog thing. Fucking suffering and still alive. The man in the pipes. Oh, damn. I like the music. Dum dum. Photo of the perpetrator. So in each one, there has been a photo or drawing of sorts or painting. I don't know what to make of that. I do not know what to make of that. I don't find this one so creepy, more or less just interesting. Because that's obviously a hand in front of it. It looks like somebody going like this, and then like, okay. Oh, okay. 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 I get it. Okay. Ah! I get it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. I get it. Thank you. Yes. All right. Witness. Violent and disturbing content. Tina Rosenberg was reported missing along with her boyfriend and younger sister. Flora Rosenberg, the younger sister of Tina, was also invited for this road trip. How fucking nice of them. They're such nice people. That's awesome. I love it. Jack looks like super AI. Like, it looks like, yeah. So Jack's car was found 2 days later, or 2 days ago, in the woods. Okay, that's cool. That's very nice. Flower face Flora. While searching the car, police heard screaming from deeper within the woods. Tied to a tree with her feet and arms cut off, she was still alive and conscious. Flora Rosenberg could also be located. Okay. Is there going to be a painting? Oh, smash with the hammer. Ooh. Very interesting. So in other words, it matches the self-portrait, it matches the photos we've seen so far. So, am I missing something? Am I missing something? Because I don't know if I'm missing something. I don't think I am, but... Okay, I've had a little bit of time to, like, stew on it and think about what the hell I'm going to say. And on top of that, I also took the time to look into what exactly is the controversy behind the series. And sure enough, it has to do with Corey. And basically, a lot of people criticize the series, saying it's nothing more than shock horror. It's got nothing more than shock value going for it. And that it's nothing more than just an amalgamation of just disturbing knowledge of these events, disturbing things actually happening, but no true substance behind it. Do I agree with that? I do and I don't. I can definitely understand why somebody would feel that way, but I feel like there's way too much effort put into this for it to just be shock horror, shock value. So without further ado, let's hop into the quality and production. My biggest gripe with the series, that I'm just going to get out of the way right now, is definitely with the fact that it's too short. For the first 5 episodes, we don't really get a grip on like what exactly is going on with the story. All we get is just it almost feels random, just a random amount of like these grotesque crimes that this killer, or 2 killers, I guess that's what the 2 represents in episode 4, these killers are doing to these people. And the paintings that come with it. There's not really a whole progression in the actual story as of yet. But I will say that the paintings themselves, the actual paintings, the animation and all that stuff is very fucking good. They are easily what makes this more disturbing than the average, just simply shocking text, shocking event type story that you'll see over and over again. It's the visuals that actually put that fear into you, whatever fear you can get out of this. And the visuals are definitely what makes The Painter stand out amongst the rest of these analog horror series that I have seen. I think it's decently made, but there's definitely a lot of flaws that definitely need to be improved upon, and you can definitely tell that this is somebody who just wanted to get their artwork out there. Definitely somebody who wanted to get their artwork shown in a way that, isn't necessarily conventional, but is more interesting. And so for that reason, I'm going to go ahead and give for the quality and production a 1.25 out of 2. Moving on to realism. So this is more realistic than something like the Mandela Catalog, where this is actually dealing with just serial killers and the paintings they create. So I like that idea. However, the idea of somebody taking the time to paint their victims over and over again, let alone doing it sometimes within the grasp of police, and like the police are right on their tail and somehow they still take the time to paint a corpse. That is pretty unrealistic. I don't like necessarily how it's grounded to a sense, but it's also like a hyper reality type sense too. I like how realistic it is in terms of just like serial killer profiling, because like this sounds like to me something like the Night Stalker, where it's not necessarily like they have any one specific person they target, they just target kind of everybody. The problem is we don't know exactly what is going on in their head. I hope that maybe we'll figure that stuff out through episodes 6 through 10, because this is supposed to end at episode 10. And so for that reason, I'm just going to go ahead and give it a 1 out of 2. Moving on to gore score. You know how I normally give projects that have a lot of gore a 2, right? What have I said before at the very beginning of this series? I said that when violence and gore goes too far, it can become outlandish and completely ruin the effect. In my opinion, that definitely is what happened here. So, we have some really gruesome paintings. The idea of like the face one in episode 1, where it's like where you almost see like basically somebody's skinned face, and then the titles of like "Fuck Toy Corey." Like, that's a pretty interesting like detail. But when you find out it's an 11-year-old, and then in the second episode it was a 2-month-old child that was hung, it's like at a certain point the violence started to lose its impact, because it's like you're just trying to tack on more details to it that would make it more shocking. And that's where I understand the complaints, because I feel like the implication of Fuck Toy Corey being an 11-year-old is disturbing only to a certain degree, and because it's nothing more than just a revelation of who Corey is and the age of Corey. That's it. There's nothing more than just the implication that this poor 11-year-old got SA'd, and I'm sorry, I just for that reason, I think the gore is not as impactful for that reason. There is definitely a lot of impact in a lot of the stuff we hear, but that one, the certain details like that definitely take away from it. And so for that reason, for the gore score, I'm also going to give a 1.25 out of 2. And then moving on to creep factor. The drawings, the animations, the paintings are all very, very, very... That already puts it a leg above a lot of the projects I've seen come out of analog horror. It's just the actual visual side of it. But that's where I would say my pros for it kind of end. Aside from that, I think it's fairly poorly written, which definitely lends itself into the idea of I can't really grasp myself, relate myself to this situation and actually get tension out of it. The problem that I'm having with the series so far is that, yes, the idea is creepy. There's a lot of really good potential to come out of a series like this, but because it's too short, because the scares are nothing more than just revelations about somebody's age or who somebody was in the paintings themselves, there's not a whole lot to really get yourself scared of. And for that reason, it really struggles to maintain an edge. It really struggles to maintain that scary edge that you would want something like this to have. Because I don't want to sit here and just pick apart the series, because I want good things to come out of every single episode I do out of these. I would love to give every single episode a 10 out of 10. They scare me, they're well made, the gore and violence in it, or whatever, the psychological horror of it is really good, and the creepiness, I really want a good series every single episode I do for this. But once again, that's just not how I feel about this. It's creepy to a T. And for that reason, I'm also going to give it basically halfway through it, 2 out of 4. So guys, with a 1.25 on the quality and production, a 1 out of 2 on the realism, a 1.25 on the gore score, and a 2 out of 4 on the creep factor, that brings our boy, The Painter, Part 1, episodes 1 through 5, to a 5.5 out of 10, which is a look over the shoulder rating, and I think that's fair. I think it's actually fair for it to just be a look over the shoulder, because I personally don't think it's enough for you to sit here and go, it's definitely unnerving, it's definitely creepy, but I would say that it is enough to get you to go, like, make sure that, like, there's nothing in the room with you. But for the most part, it has an edge, but it needs to be reworked, it needs to be improved upon to get that formula just right, to have it so that way when the impacts of something like Corey, where the 11-year-old revelation happens, where the impact actually sticks. Like, imagine if the episode was all dedicated to Corey, and it was all about they found this little child's body, and they were trying to figure out who the body was, the identification of it, and then maybe it's like a 10-15 minute episode, and at the very end, these parents come in saying, my child has been missing, this is a picture of him, and then boom, that's when we make the revelation. That would be horrifying. That would be such a horrifying revelation, and would be so much more impactful, because we get the chance to know characters, we get the chance to get invested in the story, we get the chance to actually let the suspense of it draw out, we get the chance to let it hit us. As in my opinion, the Corey reveal is more like a jump scare where, oh, it's initially scary at first, but then after the fact, all the tension's gone. There's no tension to it. And that's why I say the best horror movies I've ever seen are the ones that actually stick to the creepy atmosphere, have variety in terms of its scares, and not just simply jump scares. To this very day, the movie I will say has scared me like no other, I know a lot of people will disagree with me on it, is this movie, Suspiria. I understand this is an acquired taste movie. I've had to learn that over the years from me showing people it. But like, for the love of God, I love this movie so much. This is the movie that scared me the most as a child due to its nightmarish feel and all that stuff. And why is it that I come back to this movie so much? And it's because it sticks to a feeling and it sticks to its nightmare roots. It sticks to the idea of being trapped. And when you feel trapped and you feel like you can't escape from this type of stuff, the tension of it, it makes it for an ultra real, like it makes it for a vastly scarier like piece of media. And that's why I will always say Suspiria to me is the scariest movie I've ever seen, just because of not only the childhood trauma associated with it, but two, it feels like a fucking nightmare. And I don't really get that from a lot of movies these days. This one actually feels like a fucking nightmare. Whereas with this, that is The Painter. My name is Brendan Reviews, and I hope you guys have a great day, evening, night, whatever the fuck time you guys are watching this, and I will see you all next time.